What advice do you have for young people that you engage with today that maybe they're getting out of high school, not sure what they want to do. Maybe they're getting out of college, not sure what they want to do. Maybe they're working for a trade or something. Who knows? But what advice do you give people about this industry that don't know anything about it?
The first thing I'd say is find people that you want to work with. I think that believe in they believe in you just as much as they, need someone sitting in a chair doing a job. So I think that'd be the first thing, is that the people that you work with are extremely important. You said it before, but it's, get there early, stay late, bust your butt. I mean, you have got to
just hustle.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, our leadership team in the office, we get in at, we get in early. And so typically the people that get in early are the ones that we interact with, and it's not intentional. It's just because we're there, And so I think realizing those things, figuring out how to show yourself in a good way, work your butt off. You do those things well, chances are you'll be successful. I mean, I'm sure there's some scenarios where maybe that wouldn't happen, but dude,
not here.
You give me a person like that and let's go.
I think you just have to be willing to, when I first did this, when I first started Overwatch.
How long has it been now?
So I waited till the absolute best time to do it, which is just a few months before a global pandemic. So did you not get that memo?
Fair enough. Yeah.
So we launched November 1st.
Okay.
And I think I did a podcast with you probably just around that same time. And I think we were talking about that, right? I'm like, I'm going to go do this thing to help, and I didn't build a company like you did, right? You had a very strong intention of this and this and this. And you were like, I'm going to build the Zillow of the industry type of thing. And you did. You nailed it, right? I was like, I'm going to build the greatest team I can. And then we'll figure out what the company's capabilities and limitations are around it.
Yeah.
Right. And to this day, the greatest challenge I have when you have so much, I have a very talented team, and it's disruptive every time you introduce another savage, right? Because there's a lot of overlapping offsets, and if you try to truly get more lifts, you want to have more surface contact. So I'm like, spread out, guys.
Yeah, sure.
I don't need you overlapping. Yeah, I need you guys to see if we could cover more ground.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And each one of them sadly has to represent one of my blind spots. So it tells you how stupid I am. I have to bring on all these people because I can't think through myself. But I have just amazing people. But every time I do, then there's always, an acclimation period and then an adjustment period. And it's like anything else. It's a tribe, a culture, a team, but they all have a unique skill set.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay, well, this person can do, arbitrarily speaking here, they're an expert from the substation down to they stop at the wholesale level just before the PDU. And then I have another group who's like, they're PDU down, experts on low voltage structured cabling, all the things. But I don't need utility. I do need some utility people,
sure,
but I also need those that could go an inch wide but a mile deep.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and to do that, you kind of have to, you're kind of patching together this unique social dynamic, and with that, people are crazy. It turns out we all think differently, and we all have our own different emotions. Sure. Who would have thought, right? So and we're in a very disruptive industry that's growing at a crazy pace, and I look at this industry and I think of all the opportunities that we have to grow. And I mean, just, you think it's in its, did you say you thought it was in its infancy still, or?
I don't think it's in its infancy, but I don't think that it's certainly
still pretty new.
Yeah. It's certainly not mature.
Well, do you think it's going to plateau?
I mean, in a good way.
I agree, but I don't think that we're going to, I don't know if we can't, I don't think the municipalities, I think that we'll see enough regulation for the attention we're getting now.
Yes.
That there's going to be things that make building data centers here, sadly, almost as long of a process as it would be in Europe.
You're right. Yeah, 100%. I mean, those timelines are just, extending. So I would agree with that. But I think back to your comment about just people, that was a big change for me when I was able to hire people that were really good at what they did. And, like we hired Rhett, I don't know, Rhett, you tell me 3 years ago, he totally transformed our podcast marketing, all of that stuff, the expertise behind it. How do we create this stuff? And now it's been transformed into kind of a marketing engine. We hired.
Oh, it's a good source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was not, I mean, I can get on a microphone and talk, but to really produce it and think through it. I mean, his expertise, Montana's been phenomenal from like the analyst and data level. I mean, I'm a data nerd. He's 10 times me. Is that fair? But he does agree,
And he's a black belt in judo, so watch it.
That's right. So anyway, I think to your point is having these people has grown our business exponentially.